RB World 4 My Player is finally here, and if you're like me, you want to know the best build in the game. I believe I have found the best point guard in this game. This build can defend, it can shoot, it can fade, and it can get every dribble move in the game. Make sure you watch the whole video, because in this video I will go through everything about the best height for point guards, the best weight, the best positions, the best takeovers, everything. I will go through it in this video, so stick around and let's get into it. Yo, what is good YouTube? It's your boy Andy and welcome back to my channel. Now in this video I'm going to show you guys the best, most well-rounded and overpowered point guard build in the game. I've literally been sitting here labbing up builds, trying to find the best builds possible, and I believe I have found the best point guard in the game. This point guard can shoot, can dribble, can play defense, and can also finish. It can literally do everything. It can also do moving shots. Like, this build is the most overpowered, most dominant point guard in the game right now. At the minute, this is definitely the best point guard that I have found, and I'm going to show you guys in the video today. I have literally been sitting here labbing up builds, trying to find the best point guard, and I believe I've done it. In the comments, let me know what other builds you want to see. I'm planning on making it a best center build because I've been labbing up big man as well, and I believe I have found the best two big man builds, the best shooting big man and the best inside big man. So before we get into this build, make sure you leave a like on the video. Let me know what other builds you want to see, because I'm going to be showing a lot of builds. I'm planning on doing an in-depth tutorial on all the best builds. So yeah, let me know what you want to see and let's get into the video. Now, once you enter the My Player screen, the first thing you'll notice is the position. So there's guard, forward, and center, or big. So in guard is point guard and shooting guard, forward is small forward and power forward, and big is power forward and center. In this video I'm showing you guys the best guard, so we're going to go with the guard position. And in this bit I'm going to show you guys the best height and the best weight. Now there's a lot of factors on what your height and weight actually does. The height changes your position. So from what I've seen, if your player is 5.4 studs or below, it will be at the point guard position, and if it's 5.4 or above, then it's at the shooting guard position. Now you can be a shooting guard at a lower height if you up your weight, but as a guard I really would advise against putting your weight up, because as a guard you want the most speed, and there's really no point putting your weight up as a point guard. So the first thing you want to do is you want to lower the weight all the way down, because this is going to give us the most speed, it's going to give us the most handles, the most moving shot, the most defensive stats, and the height is 5.4. Now the reason we want to go with 5.4 is because the lower your height, you lose a lot of stats that are important, and we're going to show you guys about this. You see the speed up here, you see how much it goes up. We're going to show you guys why that actually doesn't matter, because if you go with 5.4 studs and we go all the way to the end, we'll notice we have an 81 final speed. Okay, now if we go back and lower the height to 5.2 and check the speed again, we notice that the speed only goes up by 2. Okay, and this is the same for every single archetype at the point guard position. Your speed only goes up by 2 if you go lowest height compared to 5.4. okay, and then if we go, let's say we go 5.45 and go look at the speed, our speed drops by 2. So at 5.45 we lose 2 speed compared to 5.4, and if we go all the way down to 5.2 we only gain another 2 speed. So that's why 5.4 is the perfect middle and most balanced height in the game. It gives you the most balance for everything, and you're going to see why once we create the final build. Another thing that I forgot to mention while recording this is that the higher your height is, the higher your shooting. So the taller your player is, the higher your mid-range will be, the higher your three-point will be, which honestly doesn't make sense in my opinion. Why? Surely it should be the smaller you are, the more shooting you have, but in reality the taller you are, the more shooting you have. So that's why being shorter isn't really the meta for point guards this year. You want to be a bit taller so that you have that shooting at a higher level, and you also barely lose any speed. So that's why 5.4 is the best, because you get more shooting, you barely lose any speed, and you get more defense. If we have a look at the defense on this build at 5.2, we'll go all the way to the end of the stats and we'll look at our perimeter defense. Our lateral is only a 71 and a 55 perimeter, but if we go to 5.4, our defense goes way higher. As you can see now, our lateral is a 79 and our perimeter is a 63. So making your height taller is going to make you a more versatile player. It's going to make you a lot better on defense. You're not going to be a midget in the paint. You're not going to be getting shot over at the 3-point line. You're actually going to be viable on defense. So being 5.4 not only does it make your shooting higher, but it also makes your defense higher. So the height you want to do is 5.4 and the weight you want to do lowest at 185. Okay, this is the position or the archetype that we're going to go with. So the best archetype right now is a shot creating shooter, okay? We're gonna see, obviously, look at these badges, 8 gold badges and obviously 1 Hall of Fame, but inside shooter, I wouldn't recommend this. But 8 gold badges, okay? You get focus shot gold, off dribble gold, deep shooter gold, quick shot gold, acrobat gold, hot shot gold, space creator gold, and steady scorer gold. That's so many badges that we can equip, because if you didn't know, you can equip up to 5 badges at once. And there's definitely 5 badges here that will definitely help us. One of them being acrobat, okay? You're gonna see like our moving stat at the end is really high for a shot creating secondary archetype. So once you have that set, we're gonna go to next. And with the streak, okay, with the streak, there's something really important that a lot of people don't know. Your streak affects your stats, okay? So whatever you pick here will affect your stats differently when we go to the next screen. Now with these streaks, the best 2 for point guards is spot up shooter and drift specialist, okay? For ball handling point guards, these are the best 2 streaks you want to go with. For spot up shooters, sharpshooter is the best. This is the catch and shoot. It's going to reduce contest. So if you're spotting up in the corner and you shoot, it's going to be hard for people to run at you and contest you. And it also helps from standing shots. So this is your best spot up takeover. This is best for like shooting guards. But for point guards, we want to look at spot up shooter and drift specialist. Now, spot up shooter increases your shot speed and boosts shot succession on standing and off dribble shots. This is probably the best streak overall. I'm not going to lie. This is probably the best one that all the point guards are going to use in this game. This is just, it helps on all of your shooting. Like, it's just so OP. It looks OP. It boosts your shooting like a lot, and you're going to see why. And the next one is drift specialist. Now this is more for shot creators. I'm going to show you guys why both of these streaks for this build are both good, and they're both good for different reasons, okay? So if we go with the spot up shooter and go to next, we're going to notice that we have a 96 mid-range and a 92 3. Now listen, a 92 3, you're going to green every shot. The thing about this game, you don't need a high 3 to shoot consistently. So even on 92, you'll shoot like a pure sharp. I promise you'll shoot like a pure sharp. You get 80 handle, which means you can do a lot of dribble moves, and we also get 82 speed, 77 wibble, and 80 acceleration. But I'm going to show you guys why I think the drift specialist for this build is better. Okay, so our mid-range only goes down by 2 to 94, but our 3-point is 86. Now, as I said before, you do not need a high 3 to shoot in this game. All you need to green every shot is an 83, okay? 80 is the cutoff to be able to green all your shots. So with an 86 3 on this, you'll be able to shoot consistently. And the thing about the drift specialist streak is that it boosts your handles to an 85, which means I believe an 85, you can do every dribble move in the game. I believe that's how it works. Once you hit an 85 cap, you can do every dribble move. And for a non-playmaking build, to be able to have an 85 handle is insane. The reason that I think the drift specialist perk is so good is because it boosts our moving shot from an 84. And if we go to a spot up shooter, the moving shot's only a 79, which is okay. But I think having an 84 is going to be a lot better for people that want to fade and do moving shots. So it's really preference. If you want to be a pure sharp on this build and have a really high 3, then you want to go with a spot up shooter and have a 92 3. Like, for me, there's no real point in making a true shooter if you can make this build have a very high 3, have a decent moving. Like, there's just no point. With a 92 3 plus this limitless range badge, you're going to green every single shot, I promise you. But if you want to be more of a shot creator, you can make this build. I think this one is more balanced because you still have a high 3, but you also have a very high moving shot and your handles are way high. You have 85 handles. Now, the one thing about this build that is super underrated is it has a 79 lateral defense. Like, you can literally play defense on this build. You can shoot, you can play defense, and you can also play make on this build. Now, the finishing is decent. You have a 51 short layup, and I've literally loved this build. You can make every short layup if you have good timing, okay? If you have good timing and you do a short layup, it will go in. So you definitely can finish on this build, but just not to a high extent like slashes can. Which, I mean, obviously is, you can definitely make short layups. Like, if you time it right, you'll make them every time. But think about it, this build, it has good speed. If you add D-fuel, you'll have like an 87 speed, I believe, and an 82 with ball speed. You have insanely good shooting, 94 mid-range and 86 3. You're going to green every shot with that. High moving shot, high handles, high passing, and high defense. Like, a 62 steal on a point guard that has no defense is crazy. That's higher than most centers that have defending in their archetype. Plus all that, you have all these gold badges that power of it. So to me, this is definitely the best and most all-around best point guard build in the game. Now I'm going to go ahead and go on test player, and with these levels, I believe what this is level 1's rookie, level 2's pro, 3's all-star and superstar and so on, right? So we can see what stats we get at certain bits. So this is the level 1. This is like the rookie. At rookie, you get a 73 mid-range and a 65 3. Now at rookie, you'll be able to shoot on this build. Like, you'll be able to green on this build consistently, especially with a 73 mid-range. Then as soon as you hit pro a 70, yeah, easy, you're going to be able to shoot with that. And it just goes up and up and up. 86 3, you're going to be able to shoot consistent with that. So we're going to go ahead and finish this build. Are you sure you want to? Yes. Now we're gonna look at the upgrades at rookie. You get a 73 3-pointer and a 65 3-pointer. Now that's more than enough to be able to shoot. So like, I've been laboring in the gym with this build. Like, you really can shoot with a low 3. I have a 65 3 at rookie, and like I can drain shots. Like, it's really good. Even like if I'm in game and I'm dribbling, like if I do like, let's say I do like a step back and shoot, like you really can shoot on this build. I can't lie. Like, oh, I missed time that and I still made it. But like, yeah, you definitely can shoot, especially mid range, right? If I shoot it from the mid range,
like this one day,
and it's not even good timing, it will still go in. Like, you can definitely shoot from consistently as a rookie on this build. So even when you're starting to make this build and like you're just starting off, you definitely can shoot consistently. Look, good release, bang. But yeah, at rookie you can get like the spin handles, you can get behind the back, you can get double step back. Yeah, like that. I'm not the best at comboing, so but I just know you can get all the good dribble moves on this build. I even at rookie, so good release, bang. I didn't even time that like fully right, but it still said good release. And you gotta think I'm a rookie on this build as well, so yeah, if you want to make this build, it's still beta, so obviously you can reset if you don't like it, but go ahead and make this build. Let me know what you think of it. I think right now this is the best point guard build in the game. It can just do everything that you need it to do, especially at a high overall. Like, I'm a rookie, but I can still shoot consistently and stuff like that. So look, good release, bang. I'm just dribbling and shooting off the step back. I'm still, you know, still going in. So yeah, if you like this video, leave a like on the video. Let me know what other builds you want to see in the comments. And yeah, thank you for watching.